Chapter 24. The Archive Whisper. The archive smelled of metal and memory, dusty, electric, and faintly charred, like old circuitry refusing to die. Rows of glass vaults stretched down the chamber, each holding fragments of the city's erased past, frozen transmissions, redacted ledgers, broken IDs. The low hum of the tongue's spires above made the floor itself vibrate, a mechanical heartbeat that never quite synced with their own. Fefe entered first, holding the gadget low in his palm. Its blue light flickered, casting a nervous pulse across the corridor. O'Hare trailed behind, chewing a piece of synthetic mint like it was armor. Hoppy's eyes flicked from shadow to shadow, his ears twitching in rhythm with the machines. Landwolf walked last, his boots clicking softly against the metal grate. Marcus Vale was already waiting. He stood by a central console, half lit by the amber glow of a suspended data stream. Without the stage lights, he looked older, creased around the eyes, his immaculate suit dulled by fatigue. He didn't flinch when they entered. He'd been expecting them. "You came," Marcus said quietly. "Good, we don't have long." O'Hare crossed his arms. "That's what all the suspicious people say before doing something stupid." "Let him talk," Fefe said. His voice carried a quiet authority now, one that even surprised him. Marcus studied the frog for a moment, then nodded toward the flickering device in Fefe's hand. "That relic shouldn't exist. When I saw its signature in the feed, I knew it had to be you, or someone like you." Fefe tilted his head. "Someone like me?" "Someone still looking for the truth," Marcus said, "and too stubborn to stop, even when it hurts." Hoppy stepped closer, his voice gravel thick. "Then tell us what the hell this thing is showing. It's pulling signals we can't decrypt." Marcus hesitated, then touched a switch on the console. The air shimmered as a hologram rose before them, lines of code spiraling outward, forming a blazing symbol that looked almost alive. Fefe recognized it immediately. "The fire ledger," he breathed. Marcus nodded. "The first ledger ever built, before the Union, before the fork. It was meant to record everything, every act, every transaction, every lie, and make it visible to everyone. Total transparency. But when the founders realized that truth could also destroy power, they split it. The fork created two worlds, one open, one obedient." "And we got stuck in the obedient one," Landwolf muttered. Marcus allowed himself a wry smile. "Precisely. The Union's entire economy of control, access, loyalty, silence, it all depends on keeping this version of the ledger buried. But it was never deleted, only scattered, hidden in fragments across Tera's subsystems." Hoppy tapped the holo display. "And you know where one of them is?" Marcus's eyes darkened. "I did, until they took it." "Who?" Fefe asked. "The handlers," Marcus said, his voice tightening. "The ones above the Union. They call themselves the Tera.Prime. They run the networks, the algorithms, even the narratives. Gary's Union isn't the master of Tera. It's just one of their fiefdoms." O'Hare snorted. "So the puppets have puppeteers. Lovely." Marcus ignored the jab. "Pepe understood what was happening before any of us did. He tried to warn me. But when the consortium found out he'd recovered one of the fragments, they framed him for the rug. They made him the villain, and He paused, the words catching. "I helped them bury him." The silence that followed was heavy, thick with static. Fefe's throat tightened. "You knew Pepe?" Marcus nodded slowly. "He saved my life once. I didn't repay the debt, but maybe I can now." The holo display flickered again, shifting to a map of Tera.Prime. Red dots pulsed across the city, each marking a lost fragment of the fire ledger. "These are the other shards," Marcus said. "If you find them, you can rebuild what Pepe started. But be careful. The fire ledger isn't just information. It's sentient code. Once it awakens fully, it will expose everything, even those who aren't ready to be seen." Hoppy frowned. "You mean it could burn more than just the bad guys?" Marcus nodded grimly. "Truth doesn't discriminate, it purifies." Before Fefe could respond, the chamber lights flickered. A metallic growl echoed from the corridor above. The Hound was near, its sensors drawn by the anomaly. Marcus turned to them. "Go, I'll stall the trace." "Not a chance," O'Hare said. "You'll be minced before you get to the elevator." Marcus gave a tired, defiant smile. Maybe, but I've been running from my own voice for too long. Time to let it say something honest. He pressed his hand to the console, opening a bypass in the archive's firewall. Sirens blared instantly. Red light filled the chamber. Hoppy grabbed Fefe's arm. We've got to move, now. Fefe hesitated, meeting Marcus's eyes one last time. Why help us? Marcus's answer was barely a whisper. Because Pepe believed in you, and I still believe in him. The elevator doors slammed shut behind them just as the Hound's mechanical howl tore through the archive. The last thing Fefe saw was Marcus turning toward the console, hands raised, as soldiers flooded in. The elevator shot upward through the tongue's underbelly. O'Hare broke the silence first. Well, he muttered, nothing says productive meeting like a self-sacrificing bureaucrat. Landwolf chuckled darkly. He's not done. You saw the look in his eyes. The man's planning something. Fefe didn't answer. He was staring at the gadget, which now glowed brighter than before. The hologram replayed Marcus's words on loop. Truth doesn't discriminate. It purifies. Outside, the storm grew heavier, drumming against the city's glass towers like static applause. Somewhere deep in the tongue, a voice was no longer obeying its masters. And in the rain-slick night, Fefe finally understood. The fire ledger wasn't just a key. It was a test.